Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordant and we are back for some more Baldur's Gate 3. We are in the Mind Flayer colony, in this final arena area where we just fought Mr. Ketheric Thorm. There's also our friend Dame Aylin over here, Nightsong. And we fought Ketheric Thorm, we fought the what's it called? The Apostle of Myrkul, which ended up being a very cool fight, a very good finale to this area, I believe. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And before we actually start this episode, I want to mention a few things. When we spoke to Ketheric Thorm as we joined this room, one thing that we saw was that there was an option to persuade him to repent. And I was curious about it, so I went with that option. We succeeded in the persuasion check, and what happened was that, as you saw, he just holds up his arms, throws himself into the pit, the Apostle of Myrkul comes back, and then the fight starts. I was curious to see how it would go if I did not use the persuasion check, and the only difference is, before the Apostle of Myrkul comes up, you actually have to fight Ketheric Thorm. So, in my opinion, it's arguably even an easier version of the fight, because once you start the fight with Ketheric Thorm, all of the other adds are also here. So the Necrominds, the Mind Flayer, the Intellect Devourers and whatnot, they are all already present in the room and in the fight. So I imagine that if you want, you can kill them before you finish off Ketheric Thorm, and then when the Apostle comes up, it's a much cleaner and easier fight. That was not my experience, that's not what I did. I just killed Ketheric Thorm and moved on with the fight normally. The outcome is the same, so we didn't lose anything out of doing this. But also something very important to mention, and this has already been hinted multiple times throughout the game thus far, we saw, right before the fight, three very important people. We saw Ketheric Thorm, we saw the other guy, my god, now do I remember the names? Yeah, we found Ketheric, a Baalist named Orin, and a Bay Knight called Gortash. So these are three different people kind of revering three different entities. Ketheric is revering Myrkul, Orin is revering Baal, and Gortash is revering Bane. So this is something that gets covered also in the original games, Baldur's Gate 1, for example. So let me see if I can use my recording software here to show something off, and that is the history of the Dead 3. This is actually a book that you can pick up in Baldur's Gate 1, or that Firebeat Elvenhair gives it to you after you complete the quest. And let's just look at the content, because I think this is relevant. History of the Dead 3, Knucklebones, Skull Bowling, and the Empty Throne. In ages past there was but one god of strife, death, and the dead, and he was known as Jergal, Lord of the End of Everything. Jergal fomented and fed on the discord among mortals and powers alike. When beings slew each other in their quest for power or in their hatred, he welcomed them into his shadowy kingdom of eternal gloom. As all things died, everything came to him eventually, and over time he built his power into a kingdom unchallenged by any other god. Eventually, however, he grew tired of his duties, for he knew them too well. Without challenge there is nothing, and in nothingness there is only gloom. In such a state, the difference between absolute power and absolute powerlessness is undetectable. During this dark era, there arose three powerful mortals, Bane, Baal, and Myrkul, who lusted after the power Jergal wielded. The trio forged an unholy pact, agreeing that they would dare to seek such ultimate power or die in the attempt. Over the length and breadth of the realms they strode, seeking powerful magic and spells and defying death at every turn. No matter what monster they confronted or what spells they braved, the three mortals emerged unscathed at every turn. Eventually the trio destroyed one of the seven lost gods, and they each seized a portion of his divine essence for themselves. The trio then journeyed into the Grey Waste and sought out the Castle of Bone. Through armies of skeletons, legions of zombies, hordes of non-corporeal undead, and a gauntlet of liches they battled. Eventually, they reach the object of their lifelong quest, the Bone Throne. "I claim this throne of evil," shouted Bane the tyrant. "I'll destroy you before you can raise a finger," threatened Baal the assassin. "And I shall imprison your essence for eternity," promised Myrkul the necromancer. Jergal rose from his throne with a weary expression and said, "The throne is yours. I have grown weary of this empty power. Take it if you wish. I promise to serve and guide you as your seneschal, I don't know what this is, until you grow comfortable with the position." Before the stunned trio could react, the Lord of the Dead continued, "Who among you shall rule?" The trio immediately fell to fighting amongst themselves while Jergal looked on with indifference. When eventually it appeared that they either would all die of exhaustion or battle on for an eternity, the Lord of the End of Everything intervened. "After all you have sacrificed, would you come away with nothing? Why don't you divide the portfolios of the office and engage in a game of skill for them?" asked Jergal. Bane, Bale and Myrkul considered the god's offer and agreed. Jergal took the heads of his 3 most powerful liches and gave them to the trio that they could compete by bowling the skulls. Each mortal rolled a skull across the grey waste, having agreed that the winner would be the one who bowled the farthest. Malar, the Beast Lord, arrived to visit Jergal at this moment. After quickly ascertaining that the winner of the contest would get all of Jergal's power, he chased off after the 3 skulls to make sure that the contest would be halted until he had a chance to participate for part of the prize. Bane, Baal and Myrkul again fell to fighting as it was obvious their sport was ruined, and again Jergal intervened. "Why don't you allow Lady Luck to decide so you don't have to share with the beast?" The trio agreed, and Jergal broke off his skeletal finger bones and gave them to the players. When Malar returned from chasing the skulls, he found that the trio had just finished a game of knucklebones. Bane cried out triumphantly, "As winner, I choose to rule for all eternity as the ultimate tyrant. I can induce hatred and strife at my whim, and all will bow before me while in my kingdom." Myrkul, who had won 2nd place, declared, "But I choose the dead, and by doing so I truly win, because all you are lord over, Bane, will eventually become mine. All things must die, even gods." Baal, who finished 3rd, demurred, "I choose death, and it is by my hand that all that you rule, Lord Bane, will eventually pass to Lord Myrkul. Both of you must pay honor to me and obey my wishes, since I can destroy your kingdom. Bane, by murdering your subjects, and I can starve your kingdom, Myrkul, by staying my hand." Malar growled in frustration but could do nothing, and yet again only the beasts were left for him. And Jergal merely smiled, for he had been delivered. So let's just read over here the summary. History of the Dead 3 is a book about how Baal, Bane and Myrkul became gods and how Jergal lost his own divinity. They are the Dead 3 because they were killed during the time of troubles after their rebellion against the Overlord Owl. Baal was slain by Cyric, Myrkul was defeated by Midnight, who became the new incarnation of Mystra, and Bane fell by the hand of Thorm. The book may be given as one of the rewards. So this is the quest for Baldur's Gate 1. So there's a lot that we could go into, like who is Jergal, more details about him, what are the time of troubles, who is Owl, who is Cyric, who is Midnight and Thorm and whatnot. But let's just have this knowledge about the Dead 3, which I think is really cool. And let me close this and hopefully it worked. Okay, so back to the game. We defeated Mr. Ketheric Thorm and the Apostle of Myrkul, and now we are going to check out our spoils of war. We have the Intellect Devourers, which probably just have brains. Yep, yep, and yep. I will speak to her after I loot the rest. What is the Mind Flayer corpse, by the way? Did the Mind Flayer leave nothing? Curious. I think I killed them up here. Don't actually remember. Ketheric Thorm. Oh. Oh, we are getting the Netherstone, right. That's also something we saw, that each of them had the Netherstone, granting them power over the Elder Brain.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Dream Visitor? Yup.
You did well. Really well. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
Okay, a lot of very decent questions here. How is it you are able to leave the astral prison now?
A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With a brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened.
And what are these stones?
The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese. These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
Okay, do you know who our enemies are?
One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Myrkul, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three.
Oh, maybe she could also give us some insight into this. Chosen of the Dead Three?
Bane, Baal, and Myrkul. The Tyrant, the Assassin, and the Necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together and controlling an Elder Brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve.
Okay. What do we do now?
We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Okay. We got a bunch of experience. A supply pack. Wait, no, but I want to talk to her. Okay, I imagine I can still speak with Nightsong, because otherwise it's gonna upset me. Ketheric's Warhammer, only a +1? Come on, dude. Really? That's all you have? It's a +1 weapon that deals an additional psychic damage, 1d4. This hammer's weight is centered on enchanted obsidian at the base of the head. Some nights before bed, Ketheric would sneak a wave-faced glance at the hammer and think about the stone, and wonder what unknown facet of his heart bore its weight. Okay. Take it. Very rare heavy armor, Reaper's Embrace. It's a magical plate, all incoming damage is reduced by 2. Reaper's Rigidity. When activated, you can't be moved against your will by any spell or action, but have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. disadvantage on stealth checks, and Howl of the Dead. Let out a bone-chilling howl that numbs all nearby creatures. Movement speed half, the spellcaster has advantage on attack rolls against the affected entity. Ooh. Removed by help or when hit by the spellcaster. It's interesting. I don't really have anyone that wants to use this right now. But it is a cool piece of armor. Ketheric's Shield. Again, only a +2. Makes me sad. You gain a +1 bonus to spell save DC and spell attack rolls. This is awesome. It also has Shield Bash and advantage on dexterity saving throws checks. This is super good. You gain a +1 level 1. You gain 1 level 1 spell slot. That's kind of cool to cast Hex. I also get Aid, which is not bad either. I just think this is just better overall. Yeah, I'll take it. And a crumpled note. Papa, I love you. Love from Isobel, I imagine. Okay, give me this shield. How does this compare to what you are using? Shield Bash, Darkness Cloak, advantage on perception checks. Wait, but doesn't this one prevent critical hits? No. I'm thinking about something different, yeah, okay. So this gives me a level 1 spell slot and 8 plus Shield Bash.
Yeah, it was ripe with magic.
This one gives me Darkness Cloak and advantage on perception checks. I don't actually know which one I prefer. I think I prefer having Darkness Cloak. But then again, Shield of Devotion is not bad, the aid portion. And having one more level 1 spell for magic missiles or something like that. Okay. I think I'll take it. I think I'll take it, okay. So we picked up the gear. I can loot the Necromites. I don't know if they have anything of interest. Sure. It's... okay, I picked up a bone by accident. And... this I also want. Okay, so what do we have here? Don't care, don't care. Invasion plans, I do care. Amulet of the Absolute. The Grand Design, the Absolute End, an Invitation to Lord Gortash. These are things to sell. Okay, so what can we do with the Ketheric's Netherstone? This stone once belonged to Ketheric Thorm and is one of the 3 controllers of the Crown of Crosses. I cannot do anything with it. Okay. Crumpled note, invasion plans for the Sword Coast. We've seen this already. Amulet of the Absolute. These grisly trinkets started popping up with the rise of the cult of the Absolute. While the skull and triangle are made from cheap pewter, rumors suggest that the red handprint is made exclusively with blood from ritual sacrifice. The Grand Design. Dictated to Scribe Yantis by Enver Gortash. The Grand Design is the Mind Flayer's species-wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass metamorphosis, giving the Elder Brain in overall command an implacable army of illithid slave warriors with which to defeat all their old enemies, human and humanoid, Githyanki and Ulithirid. What? The Ulithirids are enemies of... I thought they were part of the Mind Flayers. I thought these were just more powerful Mind Flayers. Strange. Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale, and I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. The Illithids shall have their crusade to enslave, but they will be acting in turn as our slaves, and we shall determine the how, when, and where of their great Illithid outbreak. To be precise, I, Gortash, will determine these things, as commanding the Grand Design is clearly a Bainite task. Awesome. The Absolute End. Underneath this book concerning the cult of the Absolute and the dangers it presents is scrawled this response to the text. This hastily written drivel is, admittedly, well-intentioned. Its author is clearly fizzing with fear of the Absolute. The problem is that they conflate the rise of the cult with other things like the heat death of the universe, the resurrection of one-eyed Vecna the Lich, the proliferation of necromantic excess, and even the withering of some imported fruits from cult. This person needs a glass of water and lie down. An invitation to Lord Gortash. Lord Gortash. The Committee of Concerned Patriarchs would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans, short and long term, for the economic livelihood of Baldur's Gate. Tuesday the 12th, noon, a luncheon will be served. May we presume your attendance? Lord Hir Rilin, Committee Chair. Alright. Let's go. Nightsong has left. Yep. Let's go to the surface then. A lot of very interesting things going on. And I was also thinking, do I really want this? I don't know how powerful the planet ally Cambion is. I can check. I can even have 2 summons at once. 82 hit points. He's resistant to a lot. He has 18 strength, 18 dex, 16 con. Very good. He has a glaive. Permanently armed, dark vision. Level 10. At the same time, losing out on +1 to spell attack rolls kinda makes me sad. And I also lose Melf's Acid Arrow. I think I want this, honestly. Let's go.
If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
Okay, wait, a lot of people talking at the same time.
We defeat the remaining Chosen and the Elder Brain they control.
Ambiguity does not come naturally to you, does it, Lae'zel? Your life must be far simpler for it.
Okay, so to start off...
The wizard's quite worthless with a tired
Come
mind.
on, dude.
Sleep beckons. I would follow.
To start off, I'm gonna talk to Gale.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
Wait, what? I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to bring up. Give him a chance. What does this mean? What are you talking about?
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden? I mean, we know why, but...
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the meaning. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorceress Sundries.
Hey!
I need to go there and learn all I can.
I like the Sorceress Sundries. Sounds like an excellent idea.
The only kind I have? Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Okay. Now I'm gonna speak with Nightsong, see what she has to say to Shadowheart.
If I may.
Aylin!
Oh,
Isobel! My love,
what?
you were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there you are. This is Aylin. Aylin, this is...
She knows who I am.
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Sure. You'd be most welcome.
We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
Okay, good.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Jesus Christ.
Aylin! We'll see you later.
Is it really that necessary? Okay. What else do we have? Oh, Withers, why are you here?
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
I mean, if they were humans, for example, first, I would say that they do. I'm not sure. Don't all living things?
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Sure, you seem to know a lot about the Dead Tree.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Myrkul, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
Speak plainly. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
Okay. Thank you. There's a merchant over there that I want to talk to, because I have the feeling that once I speak to Jaheira, things may fast forward and I lose access to all of this.
Why, yes. Once Althea is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Okay.
But they've seen that
Where is Zel? Oh, I think Zeltor just left, right? How does our journal look? So find the Nightsong. Speak to Loroakan. Nightsong decided to camp with us. We should see what the wizard Loroakan wants with her. Oh, this is the guy that initially had enlisted Halsin and the other company of humans to go and look for the Nightsong. Okay. This is Baldur's Gate, I think. Isn't it? Find Mole. We defeated Ketheric and watched a fleet of Nautiloid leave for Baldur's Gate. If Mole doesn't turn up in Ruined Ice Towers, she may have escaped on one of them and made the city. Okay. Get Orin's Netherstone. Head west on the road to Baldur's Gate. Orin, the Lash of Baal, is hiding somewhere in Baldur's Gate with Netherstone. We must find it and take it. And get Gortash's Netherstone. Gortash left for Baldur's Gate. We should go after him. Find a cure. Complete! This is a far greater plot than we had imagined. One spearheaded by the Chosen of the Dead Tree and involving an Elder Brain. We must overcome this greater evil if we wish to heal ourselves once and for all. Okay, so there's actually no way to heal yourself besides defeating that. Okay, well, Jaheira? Oh, Alsin. Wait. There's also Alsin and Acolyte Dame that I haven't looted for some weird reason. Are there more dead people here than there were before? Maybe. Okay, that's stealing. Let's go.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
So when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
Okay, so what if I say join me?
Seems your ranks are quite
packed. Okay. So I am curious about this. Yeah, Loroakan, it still says it's part of the Shadow Cursed Lands, but I thought that this guy was in Baldur's Gate. A wizard in Baldur's Gate is offering a huge sum of money to anyone who brings him the Nightsong. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe... Nah, he's not here. Let me see Barkus here.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
I was taking a little holiday in the Mind Flayer colony downstairs.
That sounds slimy. Never mind your distasteful predilections. We need to talk about Wulbren.
Okay. What about him?
Wulbren and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city.
I figured.
They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them.
How can you be sure?
Because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies with no sense of propriety. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like a geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose.
Is this just because Wulbren rejected you?
I'll not deny he wounded me. I cared for Wulbren. Care for him, really. But he's... well, he's acting like a true idiot. It isn't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. But I won't let him hurt anyone. Or himself.
It seems we'll have our hands full in Baldur's Gate.
With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Okay, it's a good thing we came over here, and I want to check out Quartermaster Tali. Because we did level up.
Just tell me what you need.
Tell me what you got. She has the same thing as before. I actually don't think much has changed in terms of her gear. Yeah, I think this is all the same. Potion of flying. I do want to buy more more potions and ingredients. And I also need to use them more often, let's be honest. Rapier +2. This could be a good arrow to have. I want all of those. Bitch, now you have lightning bolt. Come on. I was oh god. Whatever. Now she has lightning bolt, of course. I want that. These are elixirs. It's fine. These can be cool. I'm gonna leave the scrolls until I can actually use them. No point in purchasing them before I can actually use them. Take all of that. This doesn't matter. Okay. I will have to do a purge of my inventory sometime soon. But for now, I'll just keep going. Am I encumbered? No. So, these go to Lae'zel. Honestly, basically all of this goes to Lae'zel. This goes to the camp. Okay, anybody else that I might want to speak to before I head out?
Shame to leave this place.
What do you say, Wulbren?
I owe you an apology.
It's Barkus should apologize to. Your union in Last Light was strained.
Barkus and I are another matter. I'm dealing with you right now. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky lit up, when I followed it here, I knew you were behind it. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light.
Good. You were being an arsehole.
Tough, but fair. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate.
We're gonna have to pick.
The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city. And you can be part of it.
If you want my help, I'm going to need more to go on.
The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it.
Can I still try detect thoughts?
Bring every scrap of courage you have to Baldur's Gate. You'll need it for what's to come.
No, I cannot. Flaming Fist. Okay, I think that now we are going to go. Barkus is running around. Okay, Jaheira, talk to me. Let me just quick save in case something happens.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and 2 more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead 3 holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
You've tangled with that 3 before.
Extensively. Mind flayers, too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of 2 more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
We have a new companion. I'll be glad to have you on my side.
Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
Okay, I'll see you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalan's Dancing X. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper.
Okay.
Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Alrighty, so I suppose we can leave through the road to Baldur's Gate, but we have the quest to speak with people in the camp. So let's go to the camp. I might as well also have a full rest. There they are.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, Apostle of Myrkul, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isobel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
I'd have taken gold over a prayer. Where's the silver light, the moon magic? Let's go for this one. I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isobel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
Are they companions? There's still a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Okay. Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Okay. Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against that 3?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aylin.
So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
And how did you become to be trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aylin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isobel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Is that it? Do I have to bring Shadowheart to converse with her?
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Feel my blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
I'm gonna go ask this one. Where's the silver light, the moon magic?
Listen to the subtle vibrations of the Moon Maiden thumping within your heart chambers, friend. She works her magic there. My darling Isobel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
So, maybe she's the one that tells me something?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aylin is here.
Yeah, she's here.
My father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aylin free. And me.
I feel there's a great deal you haven't told me.
Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of it all. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aylin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Certainly there's magic in a look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aylin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aylin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
He'd become the chosen of Myrkul.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aylin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jahira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land, my home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
So you lied about who you were?
I did. Who would trust the next of kin of Ketheric Thorm? But I have no more secrets. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aylin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Okay, so a whole lot of drama and romance and whatnot. Jesus Christ, it felt so pointless, this conversation. Ooh, Karlak wants to speak to me.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the
she know him?
absolute. How?
Does she know him? It seems he's a servant of Bane as Ketheric served Myrkul. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him? Well, apparently she did.
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him!
You're not. We'll do it together, whatever it takes.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Okay, I guess maybe we missed something because we weren't playing with her in the party. Jahira!
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Okay. She actually doesn't have any more dialogue. Cool. There's... Taniel is... Wait, why is Taniel here alone?
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal.
I'm glad I could help.
Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time.
Oh.
A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Okay. You are fine. Everybody here seems fine. Lae'zel is fine. Let us just have a full night's sleep. Oh my god. Where is my traveler's thingy? Traveler's thingy. Okay, wait, let me just read this again. You don't have enough camp supplies. Taking a long rest now will only restore your hit point and spell slot up to the maximum. And you won't regain any short rests. Oh, this one is new. Okay. Okay, so let's get some food here. A bunch of sausages. Not sure if it's enough, but...
What have we here?
Can I do it now? Come on. Yes. Cutscene? What? Wait, what happened? What the hell? That was very strange. Yeah, so the game tells you that you don't have enough supplies when you go to bed, but... but... after you get enough supplies into your backpack, it actually shows you the supplies that you have in the traveler's chest as well. It's so silly, man. It is so silly. Nothing happening? Yeah, okay. Nothing happening. Do you still have nothing to say to Shadowheart?
Time for a chat.
Be gone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Oh, yes, adore her away. Oh, okay, okay. You seem to know things about Shadowheart. When will you tell her?
In due time.
Oh.
Mother Selûne will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths should be handled with some decorum.
That's stupid. Just tell her, man.
Be gone, friend.
Yes, I know.
I have a darling to adore.
You should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal.
Okay.
I will do my part to see them laid low.
And how do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them.
Okay.
I will help.
Questions?
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Okay, we know this already. What about you?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest.
Okay. No. Alright. So, I think what I'm gonna be doing is I will probably end the episode here. I was expecting some kind of cutscene with Nightsong speaking to Shadowheart, explaining things. Turns out that was not the case.
Thanks for watching out.
So honestly, I believe I'm gonna look for the Quartermaster, which is over here. And I'm gonna end the episode in this region because I want to go to my storage chest, pick up a whole bunch of crap, clean up my inventory, sell things to her, get some money, and then we're gonna proceed. I will do all of that quite possibly before I start the next episode, so I don't bore you guys with inventory management, but we will see when the next episode starts. For now, this will be it, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you guys are enjoying the ride. Any questions, suggestions, you know what to do, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.
Curse